According to this article in 27th February 2020, it says, act now to avert effects of extreme weather. The world cannot wait for the fog of geopolitical and geoeconomic uncertainty to lift, opting to ride out the certain period in the hope that the global system will snap back, runs the risks of missing crucial windows to address pressing challenges on key issues such as the economy, the environment, technology, and public health. Stakeholders must find a way to act quickly and with purpose and unsettled global landscape. This is an excerpt in the World Economic Forum 2020 Global Risk Reports. The report comes as interconnected risks are being felt and greatly shape the coming decade. It categorizes risks into 4 areas: economic, environmental, geopolitical, societal, and technological. It lists the top 5 risks in terms of likelihood as extreme weather, climate action failure, natural disaster, biodiversity loss, and human-made environmental disasters. This means that it is very likely that these risks will affect the world in 2022 and coming decade. The report has also listed the top 5 risks in terms of impact as climate action failure, weapon of mass destruction, biodiversity loss, extreme weather, and water crisis. Impact means that when the risks occur, they will pose a big threat in the world. The highest risk under the likelihood is extreme weather, and its impacts have been felt in the 5 continents. It will be foolhardy to ignore the other indicators: climate action failure, natural disaster, biodiversity loss, and human-made environmental disasters. But there is no doubt that the extreme weather will be a factor to watch in Kenya and across Africa. Policymakers in Kenya and across Africa should be worried about the extreme weather patterns as the report notes. The last 5 years are on track to be the warmest and on record, and natural disasters are becoming more intense and frequent. In Africa, for instance, Mozambique last year experienced a cyclone Kenneth, which killed several and left millions homeless. The Global Risk Report is the results of a multi-stakeholder process, and it seems to echo what is being said in several other quarters. A related report, Suffering in Silence by Care International, echoes the Global Risk Reports and cautions on the dangers ahead. Kenya has been facing droughts in recent years, with the most severe hitting the country in 2016, 2017, and 2022. The scientists found that the probability of such a drought has doubled because of human-made climate change, raising surface temperatures.
Ngarenaro River.
The Care report says agricultural products has halved, yet the Kenyan economy is highly dependent on the sector that is equally dependent on the weather. In Kenya, agriculture contributes approximately 35% of gross domestic product (GDP) and constitutes 40% of the export earnings. The risks of extreme weather has a direct impact on the Kenyan economy. It means that if this sector is being halved, then our GDP and our export earnings will be affected by a significant margin. The Global Risk Report points that alongside the issues extreme weather, the healthy system around the world are at risks of becoming unfit for purpose. New vulnerabilities resulting from changing societal, environmental, demographic, and technological patterns threatens to undo gains in healthy system in the last century. Non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular disease and mental illnesses have replaced infectious diseases as the leading cause of death. Progress against pandemics is also being undermined by vaccine hesitancy and drug resistance, making it increasingly difficult to land the final blow against some of the humanity's biggest killers. As existing health risk research and new ones emerge, the latest being China novel coronavirus. The global risk reports should jolt stakeholders into action in developing sustainable, integrated solutions to the world's most pressing challenges.